Hi there. Just observing Richard Dawkins in another rant about the God Delusion, and it seems to me that he's promoting a very intolerant view. He's basically preaching intolerance. He's not saying, well, some people believe in God, that's a bit silly as far as I'm concerned, but really we should leave them alone. No, he's actually going all the way, and I quote here from Richard Dawkins. He says, if you believe in God, you are deranged, deluded, deceived, and deceiving. Your intellectual capacity has been warped through having been hijacked by an infectious, malignant God virus. But the funny thing is when he goes to debate with Alistair McGrath, he says, oh, it's all in good humour. Hijacked by a malignant God virus, deranged, deluded, deceived and deceiving, but it's all in good humour. Dawkins I think is a bit embarrassed by the tone his book takes. I'm not responding to this video with an atheist-Christian debate. I mean, that'll go forever. There's certain things that can't be proven, and I think it's absurd to take, a dogmatic stance either side of that. But it's really clear what Dawkins is doing. He's hoping to tap into a generation of angry young people, mostly of which you'll find in America because they've been Bible bashed for so long. But I think this intolerant approach is really unhealthy. It doesn't promote discussion. It's very much saying you're ignorant because I say so, or you're ignorant because I think your experiences are ones of delusion. They're not in fact valid. And I'm also quite amused by Dawkins' argument that he puts himself in the number 6 box. That is, he can't quite declare himself an atheist because he can't technically disprove God, but he can safely say that God is in the same category as fairies, unicorns, and the spaghetti monster. The spaghetti monster, as anthem, as I call it, has been taken up by thousands of atheists now across America. It's kind of funny to see them quoting the spaghetti monster on YouTube, as if it is in the same category. Well, first of all, the anthropic principle, that is, the incredible improbability by which the universe actually came into being, that is, the forces of antimatter versus matter, and the very fact that, our position, the position of the Earth around the Sun is so perfect as to allow for the perfect conditions of life to arise, and all these other hundreds and hundreds of important factors in the fact that we're here, Dawkins has acknowledged as, in fact, improbable. Yes, it's improbable that we exist, but if it's improbable that we exist, in fact, it's also improbable that God exists. In fact, it should be more improbable. So his argument is that if there is a designer, which there seems to be, there mustn't be because it's improbable. In other words, it's improbable that we are here, therefore it's improbable that it's by intent. Well, the problem with that as an argument is, even though it is improbable that we're here, we are here. Making, therefore, by his own argument, a God equally probable. Someone, i.e., when I say a God, I'll be clear, someone who created and fine-tuned the laws of the universe, as Dr. Francis Collins points out in his book, The Language of God. A brilliant book, and also another book I recommend before my time runs out in this response, is The Dawkins Delusion. Point-by-point refutation of Dawkins' outrageous, intolerant arguments against religion. Sort of a Christian shot my dog, therefore all Christians are dog shooters. That sort of ridiculous logic, which does not take into account all the fantastic deeds that are done daily and aren't sensational or violent enough to make the news. Anyway, something to think about. All the best, and I hope you can get hold of those books.